Sonoma jacket. Oh, hi. Welcome back to the 4th episode of the Weekly Hoyt. We're glad you're here to watch it. Last week I had a couple technical difficulties, so this week if you don't see it right at 11 o'clock, please don't call my fucking phone, because it kind of blew up last time. So let's just keep that down a little bit. As you can see, I'm still alive. Laura Gravlin did not get her hands on me. Basically, her name is never to be mentioned again in the whole history of the show, and you can promise from here on out it will never be referred to her as Laura Gravlin. I promise. This past weekend's news, Hadassah Habafkevich, you know, the beast from the east, was pulled over by the cops because she was apparently drunk driving. Somehow she made it into the back seat with the handcuffs on, and she still managed to blow them both, the cops in the front seat. If it wasn't for her trusty rabbit, she would have never got off the hook so easily. Good job, Hadassah. Your dad will be proud. Eric Richner and Jonathan Acosta were escorted from a party this weekend by a bunch of dude bros, due to the fact that Eric can't keep his hands off other people's booties. You know what? Why don't we get away from that subject and let's get to the good stuff. North Gwinnett had their prom this weekend. You know what that means? Hot tub parties. Speaking of hot tub party, Helen Bosvik was looking mighty fine in her bathing suit she wore on Friday night. You know what, Helen? You shouldn't go back to Russia because we could all use you here in America. You're pretty good. Welcome back to the Korean Corner. This week's experience, basically the landlords upstairs ran over their own mailbox. Great job, guys. You're supposed to be the ones that can bring us plasma screen TVs and you make child prodigies like Joe Fang, but you can't back out of your own fucking driveway. That's pretty bad. Hey, in case you guys didn't know, Weekly Hoyt has a new online store. www.cafepress.com/weeklyhoyt. Basically, you can have my face on any kind of clothing. We've got our favorite, bananas and porns. It's got bananas plus porn equals the Weekly Hoyt. For all you ladies, there's actually a special thong out there. It's got my face right in the crotch. That's probably the closest my face has ever been to a crotch before. So, you know, why don't you buy a couple pairs? It'd make my day. Tonight's desk is sponsored by Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks just so happen to be the first method of birth control in China. Picture this. This, Chinese people. You know, you get the picture. Chinese people would actually stick 3 of these on their penis, so that way, when they go to have sex, it doesn't exactly go all the way inside, so you don't make babies. And then when you get done, you have a treat to enjoy. Pretty good. And now it's time for the MySpace Alert of the Week. Alright, I just got my $200 Macy's card in the mail. And an iPhone? Holy smokes, and $3.50 in free ringtones. This is awesome! We have a small correction to make from last week's episode. Basically, this person was complaining because we used a picture of them and didn't actually include their name in it, so he wanted a little gratification. Last week, we used a picture of an asshole that had a no name to it. We just want to tell you that it did belong to Kevin Newcomb, so thanks, Kevin. Hey, now it's time for that new segment we introduced to you last week, the Burn of the Week. Let's see. Who we got in here? Who's a lucky person? Oh, Fatika! Hey, nice new boobs, by the way. You know, you should really pass some of them boobies down to Anastasia, because she could really use some. Due to the fact that I'm lactose intolerant and I just got done having a big-ass bowl of Apple Jacks, I gotta go poop. Here's, go fuck yourself for the Dane report.
Thank you, fucks altar boys at the church. This week on the Dane report, we went 25 years into the future using a new time machine to find out where exactly everyone's gonna be in 25 years.
Hey, Dane, how the fuck did you afford a time machine?
Well, we hoard Tim off a little bit. You know, I finally got your dad to pay me for all the blowjobs that I gave him. And, you know, with the merchandise from our t-shirts and everything, the budget's been up a little bit. Wait, where the fuck are you right now?
Oh, I'm, pooping.
Anyway, our first person that we're going to find out what happens in 25 years is, well, Ian Draper. Ian actually does not become a psychologist or even a school counselor. No, he becomes a school bus driver, and one day when he's really pissed off, he takes all the 10-year-olds off a cliff with Cody and Cambria Final Cut in the background. Very depressing day. Andy Vilo and Brian Acosta decided to have a workout competition, which did not work out for either one of them. Brian is now confined to a wheelchair, and Andy Vilo worked out so hard that where he fell, it became the new Andes Mountains. Will McCandless became so full of shit that he actually turned into a black person. He now, you know, lives at the Mississippi and gives lessons to little kids in the Mississippi River. Anastasia Bartolucci became ruler of the world when she made an alliance with the aliens. She now has Walker Powell as a dog on a leash. At age 47, Steven Kruger still works at Zaxby's. He finally got a restraining order on Leah Coppola.
Dane, what the hell are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to, be comfortable. Speaking about Leah Coppola, Leah and Amanda now live together in Buford. They're both 300 pounds and are working on their 5th marriage. Drew, at age 45, decided to finally leave Chili's and go to college. He still has a music career where he sings. It just happens to be in the shower. Jim Kalina decided to become a professional bum. He lives in Atlanta, and once in a while Joe Kalina, his brother, picks him up from his car when he's not hanging out with his family. And now to tell you what happens to the crew of the show. Tim and Jonathan Acosta decided to finally, come out of the closet after so many years and got married. They now reside in San Francisco and have a 4-year-old love child named Wilbur. For me, I decided that I should marry Hadassah, which was the biggest mistake in my life. I found out that I live in a cage. I get fed, freaking animal crackers and yogurt, and I get tased every once in a while. And the only sexual pleasures that I have is she makes me choke her while she punches me in the nuts repeatedly. I'm not too happy about this. Now, Hoyt, if you're wondering what happens to you, you become a porn star, actually. You do what's called hamburger helper porn, where you dress up in a giant glove and have sex with 400-pound fat chicks and get zesty Alfredo poured all over your zesty body. Really, really weird. I watched the video. Very, very disturbing. Wait, did you just clog up the toilet?
Does it look like I plugged the toilet? This thing must be plugged. What the fuck is this doing in here?
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Back to you, Hoyt.
Holy cow! What the hell is that doing in there? Oh, neat. Instead of Steven Kruger's dumbass joke of the week, we're going to give you the new lesbian joke of the week. I got one for you. What do you call a lesbian dinosaur? I know. A lickalotopus! Awesome! Speaking of lesbians, our correspondent, Tim McIntyre, couldn't make it here tonight. He's actually playing with a couple lesbians in the park right now. You get him, Tim. See ya. What's that, Henry? Oh, you want to say something? Oh, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, so why'd you get on a treadmill, you fucking fat ass?
Shut your fucking mouth, Henry. This isn't your show. And now it's time for this week's quote of the week. This week's quote is brought to you by LJ. Remember that little annoying girl, the little bitch from my last year's summer party? She said, "Hey boy, your mama let you date?" Where did these kids come from? Anthony Wilson, I thought I told you and your kids are kids' friends to stay the fuck away from our set. Hey, thanks for watching, everyone. Why don't you tune in next week when we show you secretly exposed footage of Tim McIntyre having a sexy party. Good night, everybody. Ooh, yeah. Son of a bitch. Oh, fuck that. Yeah. Oh, hi.
Thank you, Asian sniffing underwear man.
Habafka Hadassah. Shit.
Alright, Hoyt.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This is fucking ridiculous.
What? What are you laughing at?
Dog on a leash.
Ow! The bitch will roll in! You didn't take that, did you? We'll record that. Record it.
Get the money from your dad from those blowjobs and actually, God damn it!
This week, my landlords upstairs, ran over their own mailbox.